Hello, and welcome to the Wilshire E. Bell Theater, the oldest theater in the nation built by and still operated by women, and the E. Bell of Los Angeles, a nonprofit organization dedicated to inspiring women and building community through arts, culture, education, and service. The program is about to begin. In the event of an emergency, please calmly make your way to the nearest marked exit. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones, and please, no flash photography. Thank you.
Oh, say, can't you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right. Would you please stand again? Sorry. We're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will everyone please sit, please. Good morning. Welcome, esteemed managers of the board of UWLA and equally esteemed members of the faculty of the UWLA School of Law and Business. My name is Robert Brown, and I am proud to be the president of the University of West Los Angeles. I would like to welcome you to the 2026 commencement exercises for the University of West Los Angeles, involving our law students and business students from our campuses in the Woodland Hills and West Los Angeles. I would like to begin these ceremonies by introducing our Board of Managers. Please allow me to introduce them to you and hold your applause until all of them have been introduced. Mr. Jay Ascari is our chairman of the board, Ms. Stella Albright, Ms. Sanam Nawab, Mr. Ori Blumenfeld, and Mr. Richard Bembo. Thank you. These men and women give tirelessly of their energies, resources, and networks in pursuit of the opportunity and mission of UWLA and the ability of UWLA to produce the outstanding graduates that we are here to celebrate. I would like to salute and commend our outstanding deans and academic heads of our respective schools, Dean Jay Friedberg of the School of Law, and Mr. Talon Brown, Dean of the School of Business. I would also like to acknowledge our administrative staff, librarians, and support personnel who support and assist our students on a daily basis in pursuit of their academic goals. We have excellent administrative teams in admissions and recruitment. finance and student finances, technology support, institutional research, our registrar and general administrative services and student support services. Without their leadership and support, UWLA would not be able to execute on its commitment to excellence in pursuit of our opportunity mission. Most importantly, I want to introduce the faculty of UWLA. Will the faculty from the School of Business and the School of Law please rise so we can properly recognize each of you for your outstanding contributions to a tremendous academic experience at UWLA. Will the faculty please rise? I want you to know that I solidly believe that we have one of the finest teaching faculties in the realm of legal and business education. We pride ourselves in that our faculty are not only outstanding academicians, but they are excellent practitioners in their respective fields of law and business. Many of our faculty are also currently sitting Superior Court judges. Most importantly, where many universities drop off between academic theory and application, our faculty ensures that our students not only have strong fundamental theoretical skills, but those principles are further reinforced through our faculty members' own battle-tested experience and passed on to their students. I would also like to thank members of our administration that worked so hard to make the ceremonies today a memorable experience for all. Our graduation committee was headed by Jay Frigberg, Daryl McCullough, and Talon Brown. They were supported by a host of administrative staff. They have worked tirelessly behind the scenes for the past several months to attend to every small detail that goes into making this ceremony a special event and memorable for the students and their families. Thanks to everyone in our administration who made this ceremony possible and hopefully a rewarding experience for our institution and its graduates and their families. Finally, I want to salute you, the family, friends, and supporters of these outstanding graduates. They could not have done this without your support and sacrifices. Please give yourself a warm round of applause. The graduates today have worked arduously, sacrificed greatly, and persevered through very rigorous and grueling academic training and challenges. The education at UWLA was designed to produce business people who can go out into the world of business and industry and lead and manage those businesses. They are prepared in their educational training to manage complex organizations and influence and direct those organizations to overcome their challenges and achieve their business goals. UWLA has been producing outstanding lawyers in this region since 1966. We are celebrating our 60th anniversary today. We have produced thousands of lawyers and hundreds of judges who have made their mark on the legal profession and upheld the rule of law. We are extremely proud of our academic contributions to the fabric of the Los Angeles community and now to the world, because now we are an institution composed of students from all over the world, linking UWLA to communities on a global basis. UWLA has been continuously accredited by the California State Bar since 1972. We have been accredited by the Western Association of Schools and Colleges since 2018. I would like to recognize the contributions of our students, faculty, and administration who came together to demonstrate the important academic impact that UWLA provides for this region of our state. Thank you again. UWLA was established on a mission of providing opportunity and inclusion, and our motto is liberation through educational empowerment. UWLA exists to enable every eligible student to improve their socioeconomic status individually and on behalf of their families. We will never surrender that mission. I'm very proud and honored to preside over these ceremonies today. As I said, UWLA plays a very vital role in providing opportunities to men and women in our local, domestic, and now world communities who desire to pursue their legal and business education, and in particular, for those who must do so while working and supporting their families. We pride ourselves on providing accessible and affordable quality education. We are an elite institution that is not elitist. Our students here today serve as evidence of the excellent lawyers and business leaders that this institution has now produced for over 60 years. I salute them for their exceptional character, intellectual capacity, resilience, and perseverance. Thank you very much. Now, I have the distinct honor of introducing a true friend and supporter of the mission of UWLA. Howie Mandel is above all a devoted husband, father, and grandfather. This is in addition to having and continuing to have one of the most amazing careers in the entertainment world. He is a true Renaissance man. He started out as an emergency room doctor where he healed many patients. He became a businessman, making many deals and sometimes no deals. He is one of the most popular entertainers and stars in Las Vegas and wherever he performs. Several years ago, he was appointed a judge and continues to serve as a judge every week on one of the most highly rated TV shows in the world today. So at UWLA, we figured it was time that he had a law degree. It gives me great pleasure and honor to award to Mr. Howie Mandel a law degree, honorary law degree, and to welcome him to the UWLA class of 2026. I am delighted to present you with your diploma and class of 2026 ring. Mr. Mandel, please accept this honorary Juris Doctor degree from the University of West Los Angeles.
Yeah, to say a few words. Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you. This is, and wow. Wow. I don't have a GED. I didn't, and I feel a little bit uncomfortable today, and I'll be honest with you, because I'm amongst people who have worked incredibly hard to achieve something that can change the world. And I was presented before this ceremony, the University of West Los Angeles presented me with a token just to demonstrate the amount of work that I have put in to achieve this great honor today. And this is it. This is what went into today. I wanted to prepare something. I didn't know what to prepare, so I darkened my eyebrows. I just put charcoal. I didn't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but I am so bowled over by everybody that I have met and everybody that I see. When you put this kind of work and effort and achieve something, and it's not just about today, but today is the beginning of something special where you will go out and blaze a trail that hasn't been blazed before, and the world will be different for because of each and every one of you and the kind of work and perseverance that you put into achieving what you got today. You will go out there and defend, you go out there and change, you go out there and earn, and you'll do so much more. I wish, this means something to me, but I wish that I had the capability to stay in school and to get an education. I think there's nothing more important than that. I have a daughter with a PhD, I have another daughter with a master's, and I have a son. And no, I don't want to go into it, but I'll tell you, we wanted him to be homeschooled, but he wasn't accepted. And the thing is that I was there when he got the letter, and he knows our handwriting, and it was just horrible. But this means something to me, and I don't know a lot of you. Michael Harwin, who is put this together, I can't thank you enough. You're a great man, a great judge. This is your speech. You've already read it, can I? Okay. I didn't, the only thing I have is eyebrows. You know what? I just want to say congratulations, and this is I didn't think I'd feel this emotional. Can I practice law? Am I allowed to do something? Am I allowed to? Yeah, absolutely. Wow, so if you want to join my firm, if any of you young people would like to join and it's a doctorate, so does that make me a doctor? So if I'll be doing surgery and traffic accidents. It'll be Mandel and whoever joins the firm, and we'll open up an office in Woodland Hills. So this is a job offer for a lot of you people here. I like the facial hair, but it doesn't match your eyebrows. So if you want me to put some charcoal on your eyebrows, Anyway, congratulations. You are the future. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you. When do I throw my hat?
Right now.
Thank you, everybody. Congratulations.
Thank you, Howie. Wow, that was phenomenal. Okay. Now, I have the honor of introducing another very dear friend of mine. I've actually known him for many, many years now. He takes me out to the golf course every once in a while and beats me up pretty bad. But we still have maintained our friendship. Let me tell you about this gentleman. Judge Ira Bank was appointed as an immigration judge in June 1997. He received a Bachelor of Science degree in 1971 from Arizona State University and a Juris Doctorate degree in 1976 from the University of West Los Angeles School of Law. Prior to joining the Executive Office for Immigration Review, Judge Bank was in private practice in Los Angeles and Marina del Rey, California. He is an inactive member of the California Bar right now while he pursues his daily mission of lowering his golf handicap and taunting me while he does it. But I just want to add that Judge Bank is a true representative of the outstanding jurists and graduates of UWLA. His story is so uniquely illustrative of the fulfillment of the mission that UWLA seeks to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming my dear friend, Judge Ira Bank.
When President Brown asked me to fill in and speak, he certainly didn't tell me I was going to be the backup act to Howie Mandel, because that may have changed my answer right away. Just a wonderful speech and a wonderful introduction. Well, how this all came about, I was shooting last week the best round of golf I had in years. And I started thinking to myself, boy, what a great day. 10 hours later, I received President Brown's email asking me to fill in and deliver the commencement speech at this year's graduation. From great day, I thought to myself again, I'm not just having a great day, I'm having a wonderful life. I'm a fellow UWLA graduate and proud of it. I sat there exactly 50 years ago today. What a privilege to be standing before you today and delivering this speech. I'm so humbled and appreciative of this honor from both President Brown and his entire team at UWLA. I only hope I can meet the magnitude of your accomplishments today. I believe, like many of you today, law school was not in your plans growing up. It certainly was not in mine. In fact, while I was in high school, I took several placement tests, and they indicated the only characteristic I had in common with a lawyer was that we both like golf. So how did I get to West LA? I was working in Hollywood for a theatrical agency when one of my agent friends was abruptly terminated for something that could have happened to any one of us. Right then and there, I said to myself, I need a career that I can be the boss and not worry about being fired. And I realized law school and hanging out that shingle was that answer. Right then and there, I said that this school can provide me an opportunity to earn a living all the way through retirement. Well, UWLA did that and more. Through the inspiration of UWLA's first generation of teachers, Perry Polsky, Wally Frank, Joe Debus, Cliff Dicker, and others. And when I refer to others, I speak of course, one of my best friends, Mike Harwin, Judge Harwin, on the bench for 44 years. When I graduated, not only did UWLA extend my career in private practice, but I also became a judge with the Department of Justice for over a quarter of a century. UWLA is not just another law school. It's a family worthy of its place in the legal community and in the Southern California community at large. How large is this family I mentioned? I immediately thought of my first interview as a lawyer. A friend of mine set up an interview with a law firm in Marina del Rey. I'm sitting in front of a highly successful sole practitioner in a nice but dimly lit office. He's an imposing figure and asked me, where did I go to law school? I didn't hesitate. I said, I hate to start out an interview on a combative note, but I thought I got a good education. He then swiveled his chair and cracked a smile while pointing to the wall at his own diploma. UWLA. He was in the first graduating class. And yes, I got the job. After 20 years or so in private immigration practice, I was appointed to the bench by Janet Reno, where I stayed until 2023. If you ask me why immigration law, it was administrative, not contentious civil law, and it was non-controversial when I started. Now, it's daily front page news. President Brown suggested I touch upon one or two experiences from court, so I'll share two early ones while on the bench. The first, I was struggling with a particular case. I vacillated between granting and denying It was that close. I decided to share my struggles with my colleague and see what he would do. He didn't give me what he thought the decision should be, but he said something more important. He said, "Whatever you decide, do you want your name on it?" Pretty profound. Applying that principle, I was faced with an asylum case that focused on when an applicant must file for asylum. There were no precedent decisions on the point of law. My case involved an applicant who was in the United States for over 10 years, and he went back to Mexico and returned to the United States illegally, and on his return, he filed for asylum. The legal question: which date should be used for the filing date? 10 years ago or his recent arrival date? I knew one thing. I did not want to be the judge encouraging applicants to leave the country and return illegally, exposing themselves to extreme hazards, violence, or worse. And recently, a Ninth Circuit case had said they denied asylum because someone came back in the carriage of a car, and they denied that relief. I thought, I might get reversed, but I don't want my name on any other decision, so I ruled for the earlier date. And yes, I did get reversed, but that case became precedent law that is being used to this day. In closing, when you walk forward today, know you're coming from not just any school, but UWLA. You should know you're coming from a family dedicated to the highest quality of teaching, along with inspiring professors giving back to you graduates and to the community day in and day out. You all have talent, dedication, and the ability to make a difference. So go out knowing UWLA was there for you, and I'm sure you will be there for UWLA, not only upholding our long tradition, but making our community more just and fair. We graduates from UWLA have just begun. Good luck and God bless.
Thank you, President Brown, Mr. Mandel, Judge Bank, Chairman Ascari, Board of Managers, faculty, and esteemed guests. My name is Talon Brown, and I serve as the Dean for UWLA School of Business. On behalf of the entire UWLA family, and specifically the School of Business, I would like to again welcome you to this 2026 commencement ceremony on what is UWLA's 60th anniversary year. I would like to take a moment on behalf of the graduates and express my gratitude for your support not only today, but throughout all of the academic and personal journeys that led us here. I personally know how hard the students, staff, faculty, and administration work to achieve their goals. This is the exciting moment where we can come together and celebrate that hard work paying off. Before I introduce the School of Business class speakers, I'd like to say a few words about our programs. For many years, UWLA School of Business stood as the youngest sibling in the UWLA family, full of potential, eager to prove itself, and steadily striving to define its place. Today, I am proud to say we have not only found our footing, we have taken bold, confident steps forward. This growth didn't happen by chance. It happened because we invested in and continue to develop and build rigorous, relevant, and dynamic programs. Programs designed to equip our students with job-ready skills and a resilient mindset. The class of 2026 has been instrumental in shaping that journey. You set the bar higher, elevated our reputation, and left an imprint that will influence our future at UWLA. For that, I offer my deepest thanks. Our faculty, seasoned professionals, scholar practitioners, and mentors have been the backbone of this transformation. They've gone beyond delivering knowledge. They've built trust, nurtured potential, and opened doors for every student who needed a helping hand getting through. To our faculty, thank you for your unwavering dedication. You are the heartbeat of this program's past, present, and future. And to our graduates, it is not hyperbole to say that you are nothing short of remarkable. You are the children of immigrants and immigrants yourselves. You are first-generation college students. You are working parents, community leaders, entrepreneurs, and industry executives. Some of you returned to school after more than a decade away, and you didn't just return, you conquered. You faced life challenges head-on and didn't let them stop you. Instead, you turned them into fuel. You are the embodiment of perseverance, ambition, and transformation. The entire UWLA community is proud to have you represent us because you don't just carry a degree, you carry a story of determination, courage, and refusal to quit. As you prepare for the next chapter in your journey, I leave you with the words of Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it is done. And today you did it. This part is done. Now go forward and do the impossible again. Congratulations, class of 2026. Now I would like to introduce the 2026 UWLA School of Business Bachelor's Program class speaker, Leslie Belt Adway, followed by 2026 UWLA Master's Program class speaker, Sandra Almanza.
Good morning, class of 2026. Today is more than a ceremony for me. It is a full circle moment. I started college right after high school, full of plans and expectations, but life has a way of rewriting our timelines. My father became sick, and shortly after, he passed away. In that season, school could no longer be my priority. My family needed me, and I stepped into that role without hesitation. From there, life kept moving. I had my first beautiful baby girl, married my childhood sweetheart, had my second beautiful baby girl, built a career, and carried responsibilities that didn't leave much room for textbooks or late-night study sessions. And although I pressed forward in every area of my life, there was always this quiet reminder in the back of my mind: you started something important, and one day you're going to finish it. Returning to college later in life was not easy. Balancing work, family, and school required sacrifice, discipline, and a whole lot of faith. There were nights when exhaustion won, mornings when doubt whispered, and moments when I wondered if I had waited too long. But every time I questioned myself, I remember my father. I remember the dreams I carried as a young woman, and I remember that unfinished does not mean forgotten. So I stayed the course. I kept showing up. I kept choosing growth over comfort and purpose over fear. And today I stand here as proof that your journey does not have to be perfect to be powerful. To my fellow graduates, some of us took the direct route, and some of us took the scenic route. But we all arrived. We pushed through challenges, responsibilities, grief, uncertainty, and change. And that perseverance, that refusal to give up, is what makes this moment so meaningful. As we step into the next chapter, I hope we all remember this: your timeline is your own. There is no expiration date on your dreams, and it is never too late to finish what you started. Today, we celebrate not just achievement, but resilience, not just education, but transformation, and not just an ending, but a beginning. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it, and on our own path, in our own time, and with our whole hearts. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sandy Almanta, and I'm honored to be up here as the class speaker for the business school. I really wanted to give this speech, but as I sat down to write it, panic began to set in. It was the same type of panic I felt when I was deciding whether to start this master's program. It's a feeling I'm sure many of us know. We knew this would require sacrifices. We knew we'd be giving up time, energy, and money to reach our goals. We knew it meant spending less time with our partners, our families, friends, kids, and more time reading articles, responding to discussion posts after discussion posts, and fixing our hair a little bit before another Zoom class so that we could at least look awake. Needless to say, this program zoomed by faster than any of us expected. And if I had listened to those intrusive thoughts asking, am I too old to start? I would still be old, but I wouldn't have a degree. So this is your sign to start whatever you've been putting off, because the time will pass by either way. Today, I am proud of each and every one of us, because at some point, each of us made the decision to invest in ourselves and our future. We chose growth over comfort, and we chose our goals even when it wasn't convenient. But as proud as I am of what we've accomplished, none of us got here alone. The people I want to thank most are the ones in this audience, our families, partners, friends, and mentors who stood by us every step of the way. The people who cheered us on, encouraged us, and didn't take it personally when plans had to be canceled because an assignment was due. For many of us, though, this story started long before graduate school. It started with sacrifices made in the hope that someone else's future could be a little bit brighter. As I reflect on people who made this moment possible, I think about where my own journey began. It began with my parents, who left El Salvador and Mexico so future generations could have opportunities that they never had. Para mi papi y mami, muchísimas gracias por todo lo que han hecho por mí. Todo lo que soy y todo lo que he logrado es gracias a ustedes. When I look at this degree, I don't just see my achievement. I see the hopes, risks, and years of effort that came before me, and I know I'm not the only one. Today is a special day because it is a celebration of every person who believed in us before we fully believed in ourselves. So congratulations to the class of 2026.
Good morning. It's now the time in the program for me as the dean to deliver a few very brief remarks. I'd like to take a moment to tell you how I know our graduates, and they're a very diverse and resilient bunch, as you'll see. They've already overcome unforeseeable challenges and changes to our society in this post-pandemic educational world and what it's done to education, I think actually for the better in the latter. Their diversity is evidenced in that they range from their early 20s to their 60s, spanning 4 generations: the baby boomer generation, Generation X, Generation Y, the millennials, and Gen Z now is a substantial portion of our class. 25% of our graduating School of Law class was actually born outside of the United States. And these graduates can call home 9 different nations across 3 of our planet's 7 continents. Those nations include, not surprisingly if you know UWLA, Armenia. When they were born, there was Belarusia, now it's Belarus. China. India. Another large population from Iran. Mexico. The Philippines. Russia. And Trinidad and Tobago. as well as 4 of our states within the United States of America, which should get the most applause. Not all of them may choose to practice law, but they nonetheless join the ranks of other lawyers who also use their legal education outside of the courtroom. Fidel Castro, Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, and the majority of presidents of the United States of America. They have started off in different pathways. Many are single parents, immigrants, the children of immigrants. They came to us working in the legal field already as law clerks, paralegals, legal assistants. They worked in the private sector as entrepreneurs, realtors, and bartenders. They even worked in education before they came to UWLA as teachers, and one surprisingly worked for another law school, but thankfully chose to attend here as we go through. They protected us as security officers, detention officers, and members of the National Guard. 4 who are on stage have taken yet another unusual path getting here and have somehow passed the California bar, the hardest in the nation, before we even had a chance to graduate them today. These 4 just passed the February 26th California bar exam, which was the second hardest administration in California history. Only 31% of all takers passed, and they did. I'll announce them and ask them to please stand. Tamara Berberian, Esquire. Susie Gavorkian, Esquire. Jonathan Legg, Esquire. And Renia Malekian Konegi, Esquire. So, excellent job. It is now my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you another name. I'm sure we're going to hear many great things, probably over the next 50 years, as we were just hearing from other classmates. Our 2026 class valedictorian, Ms. Renia Malekian Konegi, Esquire.
Thank you, Dean Furfgard. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, esteemed faculty, honored guests, family, friends, and the remarkable class of 2026. My name is Renia Malakian, and I'm deeply honored to be standing before you today. If someone had told me that on my very first day of law school, I would be standing here delivering this speech, I probably would have laughed, checked my syllabus, and went back to counting how many pages of reading I had left. Spoiler alert, the reading never got shorter, but somehow here I am. Like many of us, I arrived at law school excited, determined, and completely unaware of just how much this journey would challenge me. I thought law school was about learning cases, memorizing rules, and passing exams. And while it certainly involved all those things, I quickly learned that it was about so much more. It was about navigating uncertainty, embracing discomfort, and continuing forward even when the path was unclear. It was about discovering strengths we didn't know we possessed and finding confidence in moments that once felt intimidating. Yet, through every challenge, every late night, and every moment of doubt, we kept showing up. Today, as I look around, I see a room full of perseverance. I see parents who attended classes after putting their children to sleep. I see students who work full-time jobs while studying late into the night. I see classmates who face personal hardships, family struggles, financial obstacles, self-doubt, and moments when quitting would have been the easier choice. Yet, here we are. Not because the road was easy, but because we refused to stop walking it. And that is why I believe our greatest accomplishment is simply not just earning a law degree. It is who we became along the way. Somewhere between case briefs and final exams, we learn lessons that cannot be found in any textbook. We learn how to think critically, and approach difficult problems with patience and determination. We learned that growth rarely happens within the comfort of certainty, and that some of our most meaningful accomplishments emerge only after we've been tested. Most importantly, we learned that none of us arrived at this moment alone, and perhaps that is why today feels so meaningful. Because dreams rarely belong to just one person. They are created by generations, built through sacrifice, passed from one set of hands to another, until someone finally reaches the place where the impossible becomes reality. Behind every graduate seated here today stands an entire community of people who helped carry us to the finish line. To our professors, thank you. Thank you for challenging us to think critically, advocate passionately, and continually pushing us to become the best versions of ourselves, both inside and outside the courtroom. Thank you for teaching us that law is not merely a profession, but a responsibility. To our families, thank you for every sacrifice, every encouraging phone call, every word of support, and every moment of patience. You celebrated our successes, carried us through our doubts, and reminded us who we were when the demands of law school made us forget. I would also like to take a moment to personally thank God, my husband, my family, and my closest friends. There are no words to fully express my gratitude for the love, support, unwavering faith you have shown me throughout this journey. This accomplishment may bear my name, but it is a reflection of everything you poured into me along the way. So, to the class of 2026, may we carry our success with gratitude, our responsibilities with honor, and never underestimate the impact we are capable of making. Today, we are living a moment that our younger versions of ourselves once dreamed about, and for that, there is no greater privilege. So congratulations, class of 2026, case dismissed.
Thank you, Renia Maleki Konegi, again, Esquire. It is now my continuing honor and pleasure to introduce yet another name I'm sure we'll hear more great things about in the future, our 2026 class salutatorian, Mr. Jonathan Legg, Esquire.
Good morning, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. My name is JT Legg, and I'm honored to stand before you today as your salutatorian. Like many students, I arrived at law school with a mixture of excitement, optimism, and perhaps a little more confidence than I should have had. I believed that success would come from working hard, learning the material, and finding the right answers. It seemed straightforward enough. Then law school did what law school does best. It humbled us. It humbled us with casebooks that seemed impossible to understand, professors who asked questions we weren't prepared to answer, and exams that somehow managed to make us question everything we thought we knew. For me, law school can be summed up in 3 lessons. 1L taught us how to think in elements. 2L taught us how to manage stress. And 3L taught us that even when we think we know what we're doing, life has a remarkable way of reminding us that we don't. At first, being humbled can feel uncomfortable. We spend so much of our lives trying to prove ourselves that we often view uncertainty as a weakness. Yet one of the most valuable lessons law school teaches is that confidence and humility are not opposites. The confidence to advocate for your position means little without the humility to recognize when you might be wrong. The longer we studied the law, the more we realized how much we didn't know. Every answer seemed to raise another question, every rule came with an exception, and every case presented facts that complicated what initially appeared to be a straightforward issue. What began as an education in legal doctrine gradually became an education in perspective. We learned that reasonable people can disagree. We learned that every dispute has more than one side. And we learned that being certain is often less important than thinking critically. Those lessons will serve us well as we enter the legal profession. The clients we represent will not come to us because they have simple problems with obvious solutions. They will come to us during moments of uncertainty. They will trust us with their business, their families, their futures, and their most difficult decisions. In those moments, our value will not come from pretending to have every answer. It will come from having the discipline to listen carefully, the judgment to analyze thoughtfully, and the humility to recognize that there is always more to learn. If you know me, you know I love quotes, and there's a quote that has stuck with me throughout my law school journey. It goes, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." As future attorneys, that may be one of the most important principles we can carry forward. Be tolerant with others because every person has a story you don't know and a perspective you may not understand. Be strict with yourself because the responsibilities entrusted to us demand integrity, professionalism, and accountability. The legal profession places extraordinary trust in those who practice it. Our obligation is not merely to meet that trust, but to earn it every day. Before I conclude, I would like to personally thank my friends, my family, and my girlfriend for everything that they've done over these past few years. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Your love and support is what kept me going. My success is merely an extension of you. Plus, you let me live rent-free at your house, and that was a big help. Thank you to all the professors who took my late-night phone calls, to all my mentors who provided guidance, and to the classmates who made coming to class fun. And most importantly, thank you, God, for continuing to answer my prayers. And lastly, to my fellow graduates. Today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. We leave here with knowledge, skills, and opportunities that will shape the rest of our lives. But I hope we leave with something else as well. I hope we leave with the humility to continue learning, the wisdom to listen before we speak, and the character to use our abilities in service of something greater than ourselves. Congratulations, class of 2026. I cannot wait to see what each of you accomplishes next. Thank you.
Wow. Another round of hand for those outstanding speeches. Now, I have the honor of presenting the UWLA President's Award for Outstanding Academic Excellence. It is one of the highest honors bestowed by the University of West Los Angeles. It is intended to highlight and honor the academic contributions and longevity of our professors. The professors being recognized this morning have demonstrated through their academic teaching prowess, their dedication to the goal of transforming these students into excellent lawyers and business leaders and achieving the mission of UWLA to provide high-quality education to the members of our community, wherever in the world they may be. As I announce your name, please stand and be recognized. Your physical award will be given to you at the conclusion of this ceremony. Will the audience please hold their applause until all names have been announced? The honorees are, for the School of Business, Judge and Professor of Law, Cheryl Simbulin Beach. The School of Law President's Award goes to Professor of Law, Nancy Ann Dow. I would also like to present to our administration acknowledgments of their continued tenure and years of service. As I announce your name, please stand as well. For 30 years of continuous service to the University of West Los Angeles, Director of Facilities, Rodrigo Cabarreras. For 25 years of service, our Library Services Manager, Mauricio Canas, our Library Assistant, Jeff Gass, and Professor of Law, Marcus Tiggs. For 20 years of service, our Vice President for Office of Legal Affairs, Tiffany Clinton, our Director of Institutional Research and Learning, Jesse Aldava, our Office Administrator and Personal Task Master and Chief of these graduation ceremonies, Hortensia Harper, and our Registrar, Patty White. For 15 years of continuous service, our Senior Vice President of Admissions, Recruitment, and Marketing, and Dean of Transformation, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Mr. Troy Brown. Our Dean Emeritus and Professor of Law, David Cheney. For 10 years of continuous service, our Dean of the School of Business, Talon Brown, our Director of Financial Aid, Diana Carrillo, I know she's one of my favorite people too, our Assistant Registrar and School of Business Operations Coordinator, Patricia Connolly, our Professor of Law, Michael Cade, our Associate Dean and Professor of Law, Susie Marjanian, our Controller, Mr. Richard Miyake, Professor of Law, Cheryl Simbulan Beach, and Professor of Business, Monique Watts. Thank you again for your continued service to UWLA. Before we move to the most important part, perhaps, of this ceremony, I would just like to take a second and acknowledge the people who put this graduation ceremony together. There's a lot of details and hard work and considerations and plans that go into putting the ceremony together. We work on it for about 60 to 90 days out, almost tirelessly. These people meet, weekly, and I would just like to give them a little bit of acknowledgement. In particular, Dean Jay Frigberg has just worked tirelessly. Dean Talon Brown, Dean Troy Brown. I know I'm not properly acknowledging everyone who put so much into this. Where's Daryl McCullough? Is he around? Where's Daryl? He's our outside creative consultant, and these folks have just done so much to make this hopefully such a wonderful ceremony. And in addition, as many of you know, we have our 60th anniversary celebration immediately following for our alums. So again, I want to thank you. Will you join me in giving them a round of applause to all of our administrators? I just named a few names, but we really, our entire staff just did such a superb job. Okay, Dean Brown?
Will the candidates for membership in the 2026 graduating class please rise?
Distinguished members of the Board of Managers, Mr. President and honored guests.
On behalf of the faculty of the University of West Los Angeles, we are honored to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Masters of Science and Juris Doctor and Bachelor's. These candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degrees. We present them to you with the highest recommendation that they be accepted as graduates from the University of West Los Angeles School of Business and School of Law.
Leslie Belt Adway. Why is she coming that way? Sandra Almanza. Jessica Soto. Natalia Pantoja. Maria Gomez. Claudia Martinez. Amitish Mishra. Eduardo Muniz. Elia Luvino. Wendy Romero. Roxana Romero Bilbao. Diana Elizabeth Leon Sosido. Odales Trujillo. Don't have his name. Samuel D. Vilpula. And now the School of Law. Okay. Yaron Apkin. There's something wrong here. The names are not in order. Parker Alakanati. Congratulations, Parker. Andre Almasi. Nicholas Alshola. Jessica Altamiranda. Edward Arostomaya. Andronic Asatrian. Andre Mary Aslanian.
Zaya Gutape. Joseph Azizi. Congratulations, Joseph. Tamara Barbarian. Haley Borgia. Armand Boyajian. Alan Bravo. Mariah Castreon. Kevin Shahayed. Aaron Chow. Edwin Cruz. Sean D. Jason Elmasian. Congratulations, Jason. Ryan Eliassi. Congratulations. Jason Elmasian. Alan Evangelista. Rosita Soraya Ezekiel. Behtar Farzane. Susie Gavorkian. Cesar Armando Gonzalez. Ernest Gustafsson. Mary Hajian. Sarkis Hajian. Angelina Herapitian. Mehdi Humami, Ellen Hovesepian, Rio James, Patil Kamarayan, Hiraj Karapetian, Manua Kashishian, Lilith Kashishian, Anahit Kalafayan, Kevin Kojoyan, Asrina Kushkarian, Avitas Kula Kichian, JT Leg, Annalise Lopez,
I have the distinct pleasure of also giving a honorary doctorate degree to JT's grandfather, John Legg. He's here with us today.
Brittany Lloyd, Godofreda Lewis, Lily Maleki, Rania Malikian, Ivani Manassian, Serena Matusian, Frida Rivandeneria, Tigran Mikalian, Elnaz Nicole Mir, Katrina Moreno Perez, Ivana Angel Morrison, Cheyenne Mosher, Marina Nazari, Pauline Odabishian, Avitas Oganan, Maham Pakizeji, Ilyan Parkomenka,
Thank you so much, Professor.
Razila Rothfair, Jonathan Ramon, Andrea Ramos, Sonia Sarafian, Bahram Saidi Amjad, Sona Sarafian, Brent Shorts, Kayanek Takishian. Prabjot Singh. Tas Erginai Tanner. Mohammed Tar. Gore Termal Kirchian. Jennifer Lucia Villar. Christopher Johanna. Cassandra Youssef. Ning Zhang.
There's one extra name at the end.
All right. Naveen Samudarala.
Graduates, subject to the notations of the commencement program, and by virtue of authority vested in me by the laws of the state of California and the Board of Managers of the University of West Los Angeles Schools of Business and Law, I now confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Masters of Science, and Juris Doctorate. Would the graduates please rise? Graduates, please move the tassels on your caps from the right side to the left. Congratulations to all of you. Members of the audience, please remain seated until all of the graduates have exited the auditorium. And thanks to all of you. Congratulations.